I never thought I would be the woman telling this story, but here I am, and it is hard to believe it is my life. My name is Sarah, and I was married to Victor for 15 years. 15 years of love, laughter, and what I thought was a life built together. But it was all a lie. We met in college, and I was swept off my feet by his charming smile and charismatic personality. He was a rising star in the Manhattan finance world, and I was so proud to be his wife. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but I always thought our love was strong enough to overcome anything. As I look back, I realized that our relationship had been slowly unraveling for years. He would disappear for hours without any explanation, and I would be left wondering if he was okay. He became emotionally distant, and I felt like I was walking on eggshells around him. He suddenly needed more space and alone time, and I thought maybe he was just stressed with work. But I ignored those red flags, telling myself that he was just going through a tough time. I thought our love was stronger than any obstacle, and I did not want to rock the boat. So I kept quiet, and I kept loving him. It was not until our dream wedding anniversary was coming up that I started to notice more changes in him. He was distant, preoccupied, and seemed to be hiding something from me. And then, he suddenly wanted to sleep in separate rooms. That was the trigger that made me investigate. I was scrolling through Instagram one night and I saw him tagged in another woman's story. My heart stopped. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I could not breathe. I kept thinking, this cannot be happening. This is just some crazy mistake. But as I looked closer, I saw that they had matching tattoos with dates during our relationship. I felt like my world was crashing down around me. I did not know what to do or who to turn to. I took a few days off from work, and my boss was understanding. "Sarah, take all the time you need," she said. "We'll support you through this." Her words were a lifeline, and I clung to them as I navigated the darkest days of my life. My sister let me move in with her, and I was grateful for her love and support. "You can stay with me as long as you need," she said. "We'll get through this together." Her words were a reminder that I was not alone, and that I had people who cared about me. As I tried to process what had happened, I realized that Victor had been lying about his job for 3 years. 3 years of lies, and I had no idea. I felt like I was living in a dream, and I could not wake up. I started to think about all the times he had disappeared, all the times he had been distant. It all made sense now. He was living a lie, and I was just a part of his facade. I am still trying to come to terms with what happened. I am still trying to heal. But I know that I deserve better. I deserve to be loved and respected, and I will not settle for anything less. As I sit here, reflecting on my journey, I realize that I have been through a fire, and I am still standing. I am not the same woman I was a few months ago, and I am grateful for that. I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And as for Victor, I do not know what his future holds, but I know that I will not be a part of it. I am taking back control of my life, and I am ready to start anew. "I am sorry, Sarah," Victor said when I confronted him. "I was weak, and I made a mistake." "A mistake?" I replied, my voice shaking with anger. "You lied to me for 3 years. You lied to me about your job, about your life. You destroyed our marriage and our trust." He looked at me, tears in his eyes, but I did not feel any sympathy. I felt only anger and betrayal. "I do not know what to say," he said. "You do not have to say anything," I replied. "Just leave. Leave me in our home. I want you gone." And with that, he left. He walked out of my life, and I was finally free. It's been a long and difficult journey, but I am finally starting to heal. I am finally starting to see that I deserve better, and I am taking steps to get it. I am taking back control of my life, and I am ready to start anew. I am not the same woman I was a few months ago, and I am grateful for that. I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And I know that no matter what the future holds, I'll be okay.